Today I'm going to replace the belt and any of the pulleys if they're bad, because I have a pretty severe squeak when it's running. Our next job is to get rid of the squeak. And it needs a fan shroud. So we're going to disconnect the wiring, pull these fasteners. Remove these. I've got a fan shroud for it. I'm likely going to have to pull the fan to get the fan shroud on, but we'll cover that when we come to it. Find yourself needing to remove these. There's not really a lot of magic to it. And something underneath, they come right out. So you can get something underneath that little hook. In order to take a belt off of a Cherokee, or a lot of Jeeps of this era, you can loosen this and then start backing this off or tightening, I can't remember which. And it'll slide the tension off the belt. And because I'm doing the fan shroud, I'm going to take the 4 nuts off of this pulley assembly. Thankfully my clutch fan's still good. Try to break these bolts free, which could be somewhat interesting. Tension from the belt would help, but apparently not. Broken free. Loosen the bolt for the tensioner. Well, that could explain why it's so much fun. Now we're going to loosen this bolt. Alright, so let's take this connector off. Damage it. This bolt is longer than it looks. There we go. We're going to replace this assembly. It should cut out our squeaking. This is the pulley that came off. This is the replacement part I got, and it's technically in worse shape. So I'm going to clean this one up, clean the parts up, and throw it back on with a new belt. And if it's still bad, at least all I have to do then is replace just that pulley. We've got, rain is definitely starting, so I'm running out of time to do much more today. At least for the 10 minutes to 3 hours it might be raining. Here's our fan. I will be looking for J-nuts for these. I should have some in stock. If I don't, I will go to O'Reilly's or AutoZone or someplace and they normally have them. Let's see if that's my problem. No, that's smooth. So this might be a little hard to see, but there are chunks of rubber in the pulley. I'm gonna clean up the first 3 ribs. I'm gonna clean these out. I'm gonna clean everything else that has a groove. That could explain why my belt's been squeaking and having problems. It might not be the idler. So it's gonna be a little hard to do one-handed, but I might not be able to do it one-handed. You just wanna gently run a pick through there. You wanna gouge. And pry the rubber out. This is probably also very hard to see. You just want to run it through there gently. You don't want to scratch it. You don't want to damage it. Just want to get all these chunks of rubber out. So I ran a pick through it. And gently wire brushed. Got all the junk off. Got whatever I could see on the alternator pulley. Wire brushed the crank pulley because I really can't turn that. And I was very gentle with this because this pulley is made of plastic. So if you're going to clean them out, you want to make sure what material you're dealing with before you start doing anything, because you don't want to gouge them. I've got the belt loosely put in place. I'm going to try to put the fan and the shroud in together. Pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get it in otherwise. I'm going to take the lines separately. Good thing I have another fan shroud, because I just broke this one. You got caught underneath. Plastic is like glass. Very heat soaked. Just not quite fold the belt in half, which is where we're at. other than that, we're done. So excited to get it done that I forgot to reclip the coolant hose, so I did that and back in business.